Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. To return, here's Agnew. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's Mack to get it again on second down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This defense for the Titans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
On the return, Carter. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Draw play, Carter. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So on for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score is 7-0 Tennessee. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. To return, here's Agnew. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Mills. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped out. A guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 31, Mills to Michelle on the screen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Mills. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll... Bring up third.
I got one. Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Even. 4 down, even.
Third and long for Mills. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff for Carter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another run on second down with Carter. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with Carter. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-10. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A give. This is Michel across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mills. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Mills again. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Harold Landry able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
After the sack on 1st down, Mills, and Thomas has it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. 10-0 our score. There's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Carter. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the...
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Cut his left. Cut his left. Hey!
On 3rd down, it's Pierce. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Carter. Ooh, the juke. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fun.
In trouble, and he's taken down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. He finds his man complete. It's Pierce. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead in the intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Carter once more. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Calm down, look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey. It's a pickup of 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And there to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
1 yard gain brings up
2nd down, they go again with Henry. Shoves him aside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the 1st half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off for Spiller. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Carter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there. Carry here for Hilliard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jordan Jenkins. A field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal. But the question is, how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because you know the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. He'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. But pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring it down. Danico Autry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mills. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Mills on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So a good decision there by Mike Vrabel. They correctly contest that call. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Three down.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
1st down, Mills. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Here's Hilliard. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Check.
Here's a give to Carter. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The Titans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On the run, this is Hilliard. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Houston will give them the season sweep. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another tote for Carter. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a 1st down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Going for it, it's Carter. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the give, this is their fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, You really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for the Titans, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Houston, this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster over